Hey guys, so one thing that I have noticed about myself throughout this whole process of having gastric sleeve surgery is that anytime I get advanced to a new phase of the post-op diet, and I have advanced through at least two phases. I've gone through puree, I have been advanced to the phase after puree, which I can't even remember what we were calling it. And now I have been advanced into a new phase, which I'm basically allowed to eat almost everything now. But I have to make sure to put an emphasis on water intake, protein intake, and staying within a certain calorie limit. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys today about some hesitation and this whole learning process that I've been going through since having gastric sleeve surgery in June of 2024. And so I just want to tell you, every time they advance me to a new diet phase, I have been terrified to change anything. So when I went from my post-op full liquid diet, liquid only, even after surgery, I was petrified to try anything. Like trying just the tiniest little bites of Jello, I remember I was so scared and so nervous that I was going to somehow hurt my incision sites, hurt my staple line, do anything. Like I was super scared after surgery to try anything. I was super scared to try to drink anything too quickly. I was, using the little medicine cups to drink my water. I have it there now because I've been watering my cactus with my little medicine cup. But yeah, I've been super scared to try anything. And I think that you guys have probably realized that by now because of all of the videos that I have made trying new things for the first time after gastric sleeve surgery. It is a process, both mentally and physically, because for one, with having a new stomach, obviously it's the same stomach that I've had since I was born, but it is small now. And, they cut out a large portion, a majority of my stomach through this surgical process. And so I technically do have a new stomach, even though it is just the remainder of the stomach that I've had my entire life. And so I think a lot of my fear personally comes from not knowing exactly how my body is going to react to what I am putting into it. I have been afraid to eat too much, or I have really been mindful of how many carbs I am putting into my body, especially because I've heard horror stories of dumping syndrome and people throwing up or whatever after gastric sleeve surgery or any type of weight loss surgery. And I'm so afraid for that to happen because I have heard one of the ways that you can stretch out your stomach quicker is by throwing up. And I really don't want to stretch out my stomach at all. So I definitely want to avoid throwing up. I mean, honestly, who wants to throw up in the first place? But if it's going to happen, I don't want it to happen because of some stupidity of mine, because I wanted to try something that I've been missing since I had the surgery. So now I'm at a point where I am allowed to have basically everything. There are certain things that they told me I can only have a little bit of, which is like caffeine. And I have not been cleared to use carbonated beverages as part of my dietary intake. Which is fine with me because I've been doing fine with just water. The only thing that I have found that I've really missed is my sparkling waters. If you guys have watched any of my videos from before I had gastric sleeve surgery, you know that I was going to the grocery store and buying the big things of sparkling water. And when I was in the hospital, when I was basically in liver failure, my mom had brought in sparkling waters for me to the hospital when I was inpatient. And that was basically how I was able to get fluid intake after they had stopped making me use the IV for hydration fluids, basically. So like I said, I've just been super paranoid that I'm going to throw up or have to run to the bathroom really quick before I poop myself and die. And no, I'm not going to poop myself and die, but that is what I tell everybody all the time. I'm like, yeah, if that happened, I would poop myself and die. That is what I explain to people is my response to certain things that might happen to myself or anybody else. Like even crazy situations where it's like you're out stuck in nature and you get lost or something like that, you know, or your plane crashes or whatever. I would say I would poop myself and die. So yeah, let's move on to the next subject. But yeah, I'm very nervous. So like, even though I have now been cleared to try like bread, pasta, and rice, which if you know me personally, you know that I have been obsessed with pasta. I love my mom's pasta salad, but I am terrified to try those things because for multiple reasons, honestly. For one, I don't know how my body is going to react to having bread again, or pasta again, or rice again. And some people have issues with it, some people don't. And, you know, like when I made my first salad after gastric sleeve surgery, I was so scared because a lot of people have issues with lettuce after surgery. And that's why the dietitian had told me to try like baby spinach or romaine hearts, romaine lettuce, things like that instead of iceberg lettuce, because she said like iceberg lettuce has zero nutritional value. And so you should try like baby spinach or romaine lettuce. And, you know, I tried romaine lettuce and I did perfectly fine with my salad. So for whatever reason, maybe I was lucky, but yeah, I'm so scared because again, I don't know how my body is going to react to it, but there is another reason why I'm afraid as far as the breads, pastas, and rices, and that is because to me, those types of foods are where I had an issue with prior to surgery, and I definitely overate when it came to the starchy things, the breads, the pastas, the rice, the potatoes, all of those things. I have a very bad sweet tooth as well, and so like I always had some sort of candy or chocolate, something to satisfy my sweet tooth, and so I am really nervous to reintroduce those things into my diet. Like there are some Quest candies that have protein in them that are supposed to be healthier, but I see it more as a slider food. And if you don't know what a slider food is, I will tell you it is like those foods that kind of bring you backwards, so you slide back into old habits. At least that is my understanding of what slider foods are. And so I just don't want to reintroduce anything into my diet post gastric sleeve surgery that could lead me back down that path. I never want to get back to the weight that I was at my highest weight. My highest weight was 310 pounds. I have lost so much. Like as of this morning, I was 187 pounds and I'm still not to where I want to be, but I have made so much progress and I'm so proud of myself. It is a daily struggle and I don't know how I would have gotten to this point without this surgery helping me along the way. For those of you who don't know, I also have PCOS, and it is more difficult for people with PCOS to lose weight in the very first place. I mean, regardless of whether you have surgery or not, it is still difficult for people with PCOS to lose weight. And so having this tool available to me to use to help me live a healthier life and become the healthiest version of myself that I can be is something that I will never take for granted. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have had weight loss surgery before or have gone on any sort of weight loss journey or attempted to lose weight, I'm just curious if you guys have, you know, worries or hesitations about reintroducing things into your life that you may have cut out for health reasons or to help you along your weight loss journey. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully somebody found this helpful. If you guys have any questions or would like me to discuss any topics on my channel, please let me know. I'd be glad to film something for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys in my next video.